Hello friends and my dear students, as we have discussed about gear drive basics in the previous session, which is there in your design of machine element 2 syllabus of 6th semester 3rd year of BTech Mechanical Engineering as per the RTU quota curriculum. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about the Lewis formula or Lewis equation and beam strength of the gear tooth, and all the prerequisites you have to pre-complete it before coming to this particular topic is there in the book, because that you have studied in the previous syllabus of DME 1. Okay, so the analysis of the bending stresses in the gear tooth was done by Wilfred Lewis in his paper named The Investigation of Strength of Gear Tooth, okay, in 1892. So that's why even today Lewis equation is considered as a basic equation for the design of gears. So what is this Lewis equation? Before that, there are few assumptions that you must encounter, or that you must understand. That what are those assumptions? That the effect of radial component which induce compressive stresses is neglected. It is assumed that the tangential component is uniformly distributed over the phase width of the gear. So this is possible when the gears are rigid and accurately machined. The effect of stress concentration is neglected. Okay, it is assumed that any time only one pair of teeth is in contact and take place the total load, means only one pair, means that contact ratio should be 1. Okay, so this you have to consider. These are the few assumptions for this particular Lewis equation. Okay, now it is observed that the cross section of the tooth varies from the face end to fixed, free end to fixed end. Okay, therefore a parabola is constructed within the tooth profile, as you can see here. This is a parabola. Okay, and this is your radial load and this is your tangential load. This is the height h and this is the thickness t, which is tooth thickness. Okay, so for this beam, the stress at any cross section is uniform or same. Okay, the weakest portion of the gear tooth is at this x-axis. Okay, so this x-axis is the weakest portion where the parabola is tangent to the tooth profile. So this axis or this section is the weakest section of this. So now you can calculate the bending moment, which is pt into h. As you can see here, this is pt and this is h, or means bending moment at cross section x-axis. So that will be equals to 1 by 12 bt cube, and by which will be equals to t by 2. Now if you will calculate the bending stress, okay, bending stress in this particular cross section, so that sigma b will be equals to mby by I according to the bending equation, and at a place of mb you have to put pt into t, at a place of y you have to put t by 2, at a place of I, which is moment of inertia, you have to put bt cube by 12. So if you will rearrange this equation, then it will be like this: pt b is equals to b into sigma b t square by 6s, and multiplying the numerator and denominator of right hand side by m is your module, then you will get this particular formula, which is pt is equals to mb sigma b t square by 6hm, where y is a defined, means you have taken t square by 6hm as a y. Okay, so your equation can be rewritten as this: pt is equals to mb sigma b into y, and this is called as Lewis equation, and this y will be called as Lewis form factor, which you can calculate it with the help of table according to the number of teeth. Okay, which you can calculate it very easily. Now when stress reaches the permissible magnitude of the bending stresses, the corresponding pt is called as beam strength. Therefore the beam strength SB is maximum value, okay, and maximum value of tangential force that tooth can transmit without bending failure. So this SB will be replaced by this particular PT. So then your Lewis form equation will look like this: SB is equals to MB sigma B into Y. Okay. Now, if it is means it can be greater than the P effective, whatever the load it is discussed. Okay. And similarly, sigma B into Y, when materials are used, when different materials are used, sigma B into Y will decide the weaker between the pinion and gear. This point is a considerable point during the calculation and during the numericals, that which gear is weaker, either pinion or gear. So this you can calculate it with the help of sigma B by Y factor. Okay. Now the values of Lewis form factor you can calculate for 20-degree full depth involute system according Z is number of teeth. According to the number of teeth, you can get it with the help of this particular table. Okay, so just prepare this particular topic of Lewis form factor. I am stopping here. We'll come with the designing of the gear in upcoming sessions, that how you can design and how you can calculate or solve the numericals related to the designing of spur gear. So meanwhile, stay tuned with Engineering College Banswara YouTube channel for more such updates about different branches of engineering like computer science, mechanical, electrical and civil. Thank you so much for your patience hearing, and do subscribe this YouTube channel of Engineering College Banswara. Thank you so much.